Hello, everybody. It's Big Al. We're from Lord of the Rings: Rise to War. Today, I'm doing a video from the Winter server, 1402. Um, Today, we are going to be taking Argonath to help us move towards the bots and towards the center. So, I'll give you a season update. I'll do it really quick on the map. We are this green server. We are playing for King Under the Mountain / Inferno. Over here is Bane, who is also playing for King Under the Mountain. And then you have Home up here in this area that have taken quite a few keeps, but have yet to form a kingdom, which is a little odd. But whatever, here I'll show you the leaderboards real quick. As you can see, Home is first. They are doing great, and they have 120 people in their fellowship. For this server, there's allowed 200 people per fellowship. One thing that we are having issues with is activity, because it's a Season 1 server. The devs didn't really keep to their word on what was going to happen, so a lot of people have just dropped out. But I am still very active, playing for my personal friend, King Under the Mountain. So there's that. We have, I'll show you this really quick. Our top 10 is mostly Home, honestly, in affluence, because they are the biggest. They have the least to worry about. So, as a Season 1 server, the keeps are a lot smaller. We did have an attempt on Argonath last night, but we did not have enough active people. We got it down to about 30k durability left. So we have to finish it today. And I'll show you what I'm working with. For right now, this is my main. I just got Boromir to round 2. He will end up being my support / tank. Got Radagast, Aramor, and Dwalin. As you see, all low respect. I have my backup team here, which I just unlocked Frodo yesterday. And then I have Siege. I have one thing of Siege over here. Oh, hold on, it's time to attack. So when we're attacking at 19 UTC, so that means we are supposed to hit exactly at 19 UTC, not before, not after, but I was late because I was talking. As you know, I have a big mouth and I talk a lot. So we have a couple marshals going for the siege as well, which are a great thing to utilize for people that will not be online. This should be relatively easy because we have a lot more here today than we did yesterday. I'll show you my siege really quick. I was able to get Alchemist from the Traveling Mercenary, which was nice. I'm also going to go through siege units after we take the pass. So all the armies are done, so I will start sieging. You do not want to siege with horses. I'm only doing this one time because he's full health, full stamina. I might as well use him. Because as you see, horses 170 siege damage. Now if I go to my siege, it does 600 with Guardians and Alchemists. As you see in the listing over here, Siege is S. Right here at the bottom of the description shows you the rankings of the different siege. Alchemists are the best ground unit. If you go to Guards of the Tower, they are B. And I will go into it more after we do the siege. So there'll be a few minutes of silence, just sieging. Hello everybody. Sorry, the last video cut off while I was in the middle of talking. So, I'm going to combine the two videos. So, what happened was we finished sieging Argonath. One cool thing that is always good is if you click on a keep that you have taken, as long as it was your fellowship, click on the trophy and it will show you the top 3 damage dealers to the armies and who did the most siege. One good thing is as long as your Fellowship is the one that captures it, they send this report, and it shows everybody that was there that was able to hit an army and do siege damage. Also, you get gems for the first occupation and grain. So now I am going to go and we are going to talk about siege units. Good side gets kind of screwed on siege. So actually I'm going to go into the quarters. So as you can see, militia is siege B. Same thing with the spearmen and guard of the tower. Horses are horrible siege, as you see, siege C. Okay. Now if we go to the elves, you have siege C's for their tier 1, but then tier 2 goes to siege B. And this was kind of trying to level out siege for the good side. Otherwise, archers would be a lot worse at siege. So same thing with here. Wardens and heralds are B as well. Same thing with dwarves. They are siege B. Okay, all their tiers. This is one thing I recommend on your siege. If you are going to be using mostly cavalry units, make some dwarven footmen. They do the same amount of siege as the other good side siege troops. Okay, they are siege B. Their march speed is B, where tower guards and a lot of the other ones, guardians, their march speed is C. Dwarven footmen are also the cheapest to make out of the level 1s, out of the tier 1 troops, whether it's militia or hunters or whatever. So I suggest making some footmen and just keeping them in your barracks just for siege. Or the other option is if you're going to be using ground troops, you just make a whole bunch of tower guards or guardians or whatever you're using, and you can put those on your siege armies as well. The only problem with that is their march speed. They are expensive, so it's good to have some siege in there just for backup. In your barracks, I mean. So there was one thing I wanted to talk about. So one cool thing about this season, and it kind of disappoints me about the activity, they did these over here with the bots according to the movie War of Rohirrim. So Dunland armies, the bots, have taken Edurus. You still see some Rohan armies over here fighting. And same thing with over in these spots. And this is Helm's Deep. Rohan still controls it, but the Dunland surround it. So it's kind of cool. The only thing I wish the devs would have made it like a real thing and required Dunland to take a spring and make a fortress just like we have to. I think that would have been cool. Would have been not that much extra work for them to do, but it would have just made it more realistic gameplay. So those are a few things. Talked about siege units. Showed you a little bit of the starting of the siege of Argonath. I will say that I am very disappointed in this season. I think this was a very cool new thing to do. The devs didn't keep their word about the rewards and how it was supposed to be. But this is definitely a cool little break from what we're normally used to. Most of our mains have accounts that have quite a few seasons in them. And this was a restart, so we can see what it's like restarting with no commanders, no gear. It's got this role play in here for the War of Rohirrim movie. I just wish it was a little bit better activity. Because like I said, Home has great activity. Oh, it looks like Home's kingdom finally formed. Okay, they made Bree their capital, which is pretty cool. That wasn't there when I started the video. So, as you see, we took Argonath, so we can move over here, fight the bots. We can move towards the center, which these passes don't open until Season 8. We are almost done with season chapter 4. The passes in between spawn lands opened up after season progression 5. So, and that means all of these between like Mordor and Gondor and going over here. And you got Home and Bane over here, which, let's check out this pass. Let's see. Bane has set up over here. They haven't made a fortress yet, but this is one spot that they might be fighting Home soon. Let's check the other pass. Oh, Home is all set up and ready to fight, it looks like. Well, not all set up, but Bane is starting to get situated over there. So one thing about the mechanics is you have to have a fortress built to hit structures, whether it's a pass or a keep. So as of right now, Home could attack this pass and capture it, but Bane can't because they don't have a fortress over here. So, like I said, it's definitely a different season. I hope the people in it enjoy it. And as always, make the most out of what you got.